here we are at High Hopes Gardens, where we have high hopes for a really good harvest of bok choy today. And I think it's gonna work out well. So we are growing bok choy. We're growing a lot of things for the very first time in our garden this year, and bok choy is one of them. And you know, we're learning some things as we go. We're learning that it is definitely a cold weather crop. It does like the early spring or maybe even late fall weather a lot better than it does the hot weather that we've been having recently. So because of the hot weather that we've been having recently, we have tons of bolted bok choy. And you know, we're thinking we should probably do something with this. Take care of it, because it needs to be taken care of. So here we are, taking care of it. Here is the lovely bok choy. Definitely has bolted in the last couple of weeks. It's grown nice and big. This is actually one of our biggest successes so far in the garden, and I'm very happy with how it's come about. But yeah, we've definitely got this sucker bolting. But we're gonna harvest all of, because it is a cut and come again. It's a cut and come again. So like this one, you can see a little itty bitty. Looks like we might be starting to get a little flower in there, but it is a cut and come again. So we can cut these bottom leaves and then watch it get bigger until it's not too hot for it to bolt. Unfortunately, it is quite hot now. We are coming into July, and pretty much these are going to be mostly bolted. If not now, most likely soon. So Twisted's coming out with some skizzers, and we're going to set up the camera and we're going to cut these suckers down. We're going to preserve them. We're going to have some bok choy with dinner tonight, somehow, some way. And then we're going to preserve the rest. You can do different preservings that we've learned. Again, this is our first year growing this. So we've learned that this is a cold weather plant. We're going to be planting this very early in the spring next year, or maybe even again later this fall, and we can get some good stuff this fall again. But it is cold weather, so we've learned that this year. We've also learned that you can eat these stalks, and even the flower thingies, right? These are edible. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see how they are. Also, preserving, you can nicely go ahead and just wash and freeze these, because they are a thicker leaf, which is wonderful, and they have a bit more structure. So you can, they're going to take it a bit more. They'll take it. So what we'll probably be doing, we're definitely going to be preserving these. So we looked up canning, we looked up, different preserving methods. You can pickle them, all kinds of different things. But we are going to freeze them because we don't have to go through like a big blanching process and a canning process and things like that. So we can basically just put these in a vacuum seal bag, vacuum seal it up, and toss it in the freezer until we're ready to use it. Yeah, if you're not going to vacuum seal, then you probably have to blanch it so that it doesn't get all funky. But other than that, that is the easiest form of preserving that that we have found we can do. So, camera, so you can watch us work, and we're gonna harvest some bok choy. Okay, I think we have harvested quite a bit. We have quite the basket full. So before I said we were going to try to eat and try some of the stalks, but I think what we're actually going to do, we've harvested all of the good leaves that we can eat and store, and we've even picked a couple of the stalks with the flowers, but we're going to let these grow and seed so that we can collect the seeds this fall when things get nice and dry, so we can have more seeds for next year.
We got this whole basket full.
I mean, talk about a harvest,
dude,
man. This entire basket of bok choy is what we got out of there.
That's a lot.
Now, we didn't exactly plant that probably properly because it was all just clustered together. But you know what? You know what? It worked. It worked. Let's go process it.
Wow, taste this.
Okay. It's a leaf?
It's a leaf.
Let's see. Oh, okay, so I was actually afraid of something. I was afraid because of the bolt that these leaves would be bitter, because that's usually what happens when things bolt. And they're not. They're delicious. Maybe they're bitter, more bitter than they would have been, but they're still delicious. So yeah, we're gonna process. All right, we are done with our bok choy. We have processed, we have harvested, we have processed, and we have 3 full freezer bags of bok choy ready for future recipes. We have a big bowl of chopped leaves and stems and whatnot for some soup. We're going to make some soup. And then we also, all the little ones, all the little guys, which I actually, as you can see, I did some other lettuce. So this is going to be our big salad green bowl. So one gigantic harvest. We obliterated it, and we have a lot of bok choy to show.
Tons.
So yay for bok choy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.